Yesterday, we took some time to review main topic. You identified the main topic of a whole text. Today, we're going to focus on identifying the main topic of specific sections of the text, and we'll be also identifying some of those key details that support those main topics. So I'm going to work on one section with you, and then you're going to work on a section on your own. Remember, main topic is what the story or the text is mostly about. The key details tell important information about the main topic. They give you more information about it. We're going to read this text called Dr. King Believed. What did Dr. King believe in? What would you do if you saw someone being treated unfairly? Would you speak out? Dr. King did. He spoke out and worked hard so that everyone would be treated fairly. I see an important text feature here, and it's a heading. We're going to be focusing on the section under the heading, He Believed in Justice. Looking at the heading, I can tell that we're going to be reading about justice. Now let's see if we can figure out what justice is. Dr. King believed that everyone deserves justice. Justice means that everyone is treated fairly and with respect. So take a second. What does justice mean? You should have used the context clues in the text and identified that justice means everyone treated fairly with respect. So the definition for the word was right there in the paragraph for you. When he was alive, our country had cruel and unfair laws. White children and black children had to go to separate schools. The law said that the schools had to be equal, but they weren't. Often the schools for black children had fewer books and worse buildings. In some places, black people and white people couldn't share tables at restaurants or sit together on a bus. They couldn't use the same bathrooms or water fountains. That wasn't justice. Dr. King worked with others to change the laws. As the laws were changed, people's lives changed too. There was still a lot of work to do, but Dr. King made people hopeful that things could get better. So, as I'm reading through this, I know that I read about justice. And I know some key details that supported this were, first, it told me how there wasn't justice, how King believed in justice, but things were unfair at first. So I know that there were some unfair laws. They had to go to separate schools. I know they couldn't share tables at restaurants. They couldn't sit together on the bus. They couldn't use the same bathrooms or water fountains. So those key details are supporting why things weren't equal at the time that Martin Luther King was alive. I think it's also important that we identify this key detail that he worked with others to change the laws. So I started a graphic organizer. I know that the focus or the topic of that paragraph or that section was fighting for justice. And I wrote my key details all here so that later on when I talk about this section or I write about this section, I remember the most important things. So our country had cruel and unfair laws. White and black children went to separate schools. White and black people couldn't share tables at restaurants. They couldn't sit together on the bus or share water fountains. And we know that Dr. King worked to change the laws. Now, I can see that Dr. King believed in nonviolence is the next section, and he also believed in our country. So what I identified the topic of this whole text as is his beliefs. We know that he believed in justice, nonviolence, and our country. So today, in your assignment, you're going to be drawing this graphic organizer in your notebook, and you're going to be identifying what just this section is about, the main topic or the focus, and a few of the key details that support it.